Pastor Doug here with another Monday Moment. Well, I follow a guy on YouTube called the Canadian Prepper. Now he's from Saskatoon, and he's got a store that sells all kind of emergency things to prepare for the worst. And one of the things they do is sell dry foods. And reminded me of my father-in-law. Years ago, he sent us this a bucket of dried foods. We haven't even opened it. I think we've got 2 more downstairs. But there's 275 servings, and this bucket is supposed to be good stored for 20 years. Well, that's just in case of an emergency. Back to my Canadian Prepper dude. He's got almost 1 million subscribers on his channel, and he always starts out, Canadian Prepper here, with your daily dose of gloom and doom. And then he goes on to share what's wrong with the world and how you can prepare for the worst and what you should do. And it's pretty interesting, pretty entertaining. But the thing is, that is more and more common. People are getting ready to prepare for the worst. And what do they hope to do? They hope to extend in an emergency where there's a lack of food. They're hoping to have food. Well, what does the Bible say about that? Actually, in Luke chapter 12, Jesus says, he turns to his disciples, "So I tell you, don't worry about everyday life, whether you have enough food to eat or clothes to wear. For life consists of far more than food and clothing." He goes on to say, can all your worries add a single moment to your life? Of course not. And if worry can't do things like that, little things, what's the use of worrying over big things? Well, here's the big thing. Here's what we should worry about: eternity and our spiritual life. That's far more important than worrying about it. Now, I'm not saying that we shouldn't worry about food and we shouldn't prepare and we shouldn't have all our ducks in a row, but that can go way overboard. Jesus said, "What does it profit a man if he gains the whole world but loses his soul?" Well, think about those things. Grace and peace from New Hope Gospel Church.